ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Subscribe.
Hey, what's up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another ThreeZero action figure review on the Marvel Studios The Infinity Saga 1/12 scale Marvel Studios Avengers Age of Ultron DLX Mark 43 Iron Man. Trying to get your ThreeZero figures, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And while you're down there, I ask you to please hit that like button, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And why do I give a shart about this figure? It's from a much older movie, right? But ThreeZero is taking a stab at this, and I gotta thank them for sending this my way. I really appreciate it. If you want to see the latest from ThreeZero, check the link in the description below. I gotta be honest, I've been on the fence about this, but very, very curious because I think ThreeZero makes some of the very best action figures that are out there. And I gotta say, I love this packaging. You get some nice gold foil on the side right here, and you'll see some more of it right over here up top. Right down there, looks very cool. You get this hologram sticker on the back, a lot of warning stuff, and then on this side, you can see that gold foil creeping in from the top and bottom. Looks badass. On the top, this looks upside down to me, but anyway, you know, Iron Man, Mark 43. Not much more at the bottom. Then you can open this up right here, and then you can see a diagram image right there, looking pretty sweet. And then there's the figure inside with some nice gold foil. I like that arc reactor right over there. Oh yeah, it does have some Velcro right here and right down there to keep this nice and closed. I do like this packaging, but let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the diecast Mark 43 Iron Man figure out of the packaging, and I had to get him into a superhero landing pose. It's the best way to test out an Iron Man figure, in my opinion. And yeah, I forgot to put the butt panel back on there. I'll show that off in a minute. But first, let's get a closer look at the accessories. So first off, I gotta say, I like this stand. It is quite nifty. You can see it says Marvel Studios The Infinity Saga engraved right over there, and then just tampoed on there it says Iron Man Mark 43, and you have some nice articulation right here. You could rotate at the base of it. It will turn side to side. It'll hinge forward and back. You could tighten or loosen these joints with a screwdriver, so that's great. You could rotate over here, and then if you move all the way up, you could move this up and down, and it sticks away from the base, and you could rotate right over here, and then you can go ahead and rotate this side to side. That's where it attaches to the figure. So as you saw before, it had no butt plate on it, so just to demonstrate really quick, you can just pick off the butt plate right over there, and then now you can see the port for the stand, and he has now been properly ported on there. And yeah, it's a pretty hefty figure. It has some weight to it, and this stand holds him very well. So I do like this stand quite a bit. Flat-footed up in the air, it always irritates me. So the flight stand's a cool accessory, and I think these accessories are very cool as well. Unfortunately, we do not get batteries that come with the figure. I'll talk about that a little bit more later on, but it is a customs issue. So you get these effects right over here, which I really like. I just don't like the tan color right there. It's a little on the dull side, but I am really impressed with these hands. You get two sets of open hands right here. You get the repulsor blasting hands that tilt up, and these ones lay straight down, and you could port the effects into these ones as well. And then you get these other ones that just have the silver inside for the repulsor, and then you get a set of fisted hands, and then you get these little missile launchers right over here. And porting these on is fairly easy to do. You just want to pick this piece off right here. And I have to reiterate that you do want to read through the instructions that come with this figure, and then you can go ahead and port this on. And blammo, that looks sick. Yeah, I really like the gold right over there. These are identical to each other, by the way. You can see how well detailed that is. I think that is badass. Really dig that. Then here's looking at the effects. So yeah, pretty sweet looking sculpts over here. I don't know, it's just this color right here. It's not my favorite. I wish they went with a more vibrant color, but you can see that they're sculpted just slightly differently from each other. And then looking at the hands, of course, you could see that you could port these on right here, as well as at the bottom of the feet. But they just port right in there, not looking too bad. Just get it all the way in there. It looks a little bit better. And then you can see how we get the silver on the inside of the hands right over there. And to demonstrate, you can see how these port right there. Pretty sweet. And then, yeah, they included this little slip right here. Not for resale, cannot sell this. And then you can see you get the directions, and it tells you, you know, how to bend everything and what to do, what not to do, how to play with your figure and not break your figure. So I really love the aesthetics of this figure. This looks so sick. I love the vibrant gold, the metallic red over here just looks fantastic, man. I really love how this looks. I cannot complain. I love the sculpt too. Just a fantastic looking piece. Unfortunately, I cannot get the batteries. I went to the store, looked all over for the AG1s, the different names for it. I tried pulling batteries from other figures. I could not get a hold of the batteries in time for this review. To show the battery feature though, you're supposed to push this back. You want to push that piece of the helmet back, then you're going to unscrew right there and then put the batteries in there. Then there's a button right over there, and that would turn the lights on for the helmet. So I think that's pretty sweet that it has that feature. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to utilize it, but you could see the neck looks really good right over here. And man, that arc reactor looks badass. I really dig that quite a bit. And you could see how the arms look right over here on the side. Really nice metallic sheen through and through. Those joints look pretty good. You get those C-clamps in there. Then on the inside of the arms, it looks pretty sweet. Just all the colors are just very vibrant on this figure. It's really, really dope. Really like it a lot. Very, very seamless looking too. Really dig this. Here's looking at the side of the arms. On that side, I will gripe about a little bit of paint chipping just out of the box. I didn't do that, as you can see right here on this side. It's just perfectly clean. But yeah, I did not do that. It was just like that. Looking at the legs right here, looks awesome, man. Jeez, this thing is badass. It's like a 1/12 scale hot toy, kind of. I mean, it really feels like it, man. It has that quality to it. And there's looking at the bottom of the feet again, and then you can see that you get these panels that move around, so you could move this back and everything. I mean, you really want to be careful with it when you move the legs up, and I will get into that articulation in a second, but these panels don't flip up over here. It's up over here where you want to lift this up and out of the way. So I thought that was pretty clever. And you can see some of that nice detail right there. And I'm showing this off not really during the articulation segment because I want you to really see how these pieces move around and how they look up close. This is so that you could use the butterfly joints and move everything forward. So I like that. They've thought ahead. Now, it's worth mentioning, if you have any of these panels or shoulder pads or anything pop off on you, you can just put them right back into place, and it's very easy to do. I wanted to get a look at the back of the figure right here. So yeah, once again, looks pretty dope, man. Really, really cool looking figure. Oh yeah, I wanted to show that when you put the batteries in for the arc reactor, you just want to separate it in half right there, unscrew right there, and then put the batteries in the same kind of way that you would for the helmet. But again, I don't have the batteries. You need 4 AG1s. Mentioned on the back, you could lift up the air brakes right over here, so I really like that we have this feature. Nice sculpted detail underneath too. So I will warn you, some of the joints on this figure are pretty stiff, but you can get the neck and the head joint all tilted back that far. I wish I could move back just a little bit more than that. You can move both the neck and head downward that much. You get side to side motion right over here, and you get some good head and neck pivoting right there. And again, these shoulder pads can hinge up, and you can get them out of the way, and you can get the shoulders moving up and outward that far. You can get them bending in all the way. You do have the butterfly joint, as I demonstrated earlier, and then you have a bicep swivel in here. You get double jointed elbows, and then the wrists are on ball joints, so you can move them all around and replace them by accident. And then you have the diaphragm joint up here that turns side to side. Not much diaphragm pivoting. Wait, that diaphragm joint does bend a lot more than I initially thought. It's pretty stiff right there, but yeah, you can get that diaphragm joint moving side to side. Not too bad, actually, once you really get it moving. But it does bend at the waist, so you can see there's actually 2 lower torso joints right over here, and it's bending forward. You can see how the spine is kind of splitting just a little bit over there. I think that's pretty sweet. But yeah, it will move back that much as well. With all the torso joints, he will bend backward that far, so that's pretty cool. The thighs, you want to get this panel up and out of the way, so you can see he'll kick forward that much and back. You kind of want to make sure that that panel is back underneath the butt plate right there. And then you can get the hips moving outward, which is a very stiff joint. And then you bend them all the way back. You get a thigh rotation right there. That's pretty stiff as well. Nice double jointed knees. And then again, you get these panels around the ankle, so you can move forward and back a little bit right here, so you can see how it's more exposed. And then you get rotation at the ankle. It does move down a little bit up, and it has beautiful ankle pivot and toe articulation. And I measure out this Mark 43 Iron Man figure. You can see that he is actually standing a little over 7 inches tall. Then for a Mark 43 comparison, you can see we have the Marvel Legends version and the Comic Cave Studios version right here next to the ThreeZero version. And big thanks to Alfonso again for this figure. I still love this figure over here. I've had it on display. I really like this one too. They both have quite a bit of die cast. The light up feature is way easier to work with on this one right here. It just has a little switch on the back and boom, you get both lights going. So that is a plus, but yeah, they all have their positives and negatives to them in one way or another. Then here's the ThreeZero Mark 43 next to the Marvel Select Diamond Select Toys Mark 42 battle damage version, which still looks badass, but you can see this is not quite Marvel Select scale, so just a little bit shorter than your Marvel Select Iron Man. Then for another Iron Man comparison, I want to bring out a couple of recently released Iron Man figures from Marvel Legends. We have the Infinity Saga Mark III Iron Man, and then we have the Modular Iron Man, and I will have a Dark Star review up tomorrow. Yes, I will finish reviewing that wave. And then for another diecast Mark 43 Iron Man armor comparison, we have the Hot Toys Mark 43 over here, and yeah, big thanks again. Marvelous news, I still have this piece. Still love it, even though I've gotten a little bit of a fade on that left hand right over there, but anyway, yeah man, this does feel like a 1/6 scale or a 1/12 scale Hot Toys figure in a lot of ways. However, this still does have a lot of that airbrushing and the battle damage and stuff. I do like that detail. Would have been nice to see on this one too. However, I will say this figure feels a lot more durable than this one. I've had a break on this one, and yeah, Hot Toys, man, they break easy. Then for a ThreeZero figure comparison, we have my favorite ThreeZero figure. We have the John 3.0 Soundwave right over here, which has a lot of nice battle damage detail. I really like the paint job on this. Would have been nice to see that detail on the Iron Man figure as well. ThreeZero knows how to do that really well. Would have been nice. And then here's the Mark 43 Iron Man next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Whoa, wait, aren't you supposed to be dead? Wait, aren't I supposed to be dead? Ah! I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, hope I don't take too much of your day by asking you to hit that like button, and if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. And a huge thanks to all these people over here that support this content via the Tron. It really does go a long way, and the channel does need your support, so if you're interested, check it out. Link below or hit that join button. And this figure is very cool. There's a lot of things that I really do like about this figure. I feel like the way the joints work and everything, while some of the joints are very stiff, I feel like it's pretty fluid and moving things around, so I do appreciate that. But at the same time, I wasn't able to get the batteries for this figure, and that really frustrates me because I tried really hard to get them. I actually went to the store twice, spent 12 bucks on the wrong set of batteries, so I really tried over here and did not succeed, and I feel like my review is it's just missing that whole part. I really wish I could have included that and showed that off. But anyway, I still really like the figure a lot, and I like the accessories. The stand is really dope, and at the price point of around 90 bucks for this premium figure, I'm gonna give it a SUD rating of I love it! And I'd like to know what you guys think. And this figure is supposed to go into their Hulkbuster, which is pretty amazing, so I'm thrilled about that. I wonder if it detaches in half, like, you know, where the battery storage goes. Like, is that how it's going to go in, or is it the full figure going inside? I don't remember, but anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section below. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news and a photo gallery of images, you can find it over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me over on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok, and I will catch you guys later. Peace!
Crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Your face.